Little guy, I know you ain't chasing my cat. Come on, dog. What's up, buddy? Running a little behind today. Excuse me. I actually didn't want to go live this morning, but I thought, man, yeah, I'm all right, man. It's been a long week this week. Have a cigarette, that always helps. I forgot, little man, you did not go in there and take that cat's food, did you? Did you take the cat's food from it? You have that look on your face like you took my cat's food. Look at you. Just look at you. You working, buddy? I will, man. I appreciate that. You have no idea, bro. Yeah, it's been tough. You know, besides having a freaking hurt finger, Dad's been tough this last couple days, man. Oh. So I don't know. It's life, I guess. You know what I mean? Nobody guaranteed it'd be easy. Kind of like the military. We guaranteed you we'd train you in that, but we didn't guarantee you'd do it when you was in the Army. That morning's still in you. What do you want? Do you want to go out again? You already been out once. Oh, well, sure you want to go out because you stole your cat's food, didn't you? Come here. Here, you going to go out or what? I can't leave the door open this early because the light's on and the bugs will come in the door, see? There's rules to things in life. Do you want to go out? Come. Let's go. Do you want to go out or not? You ain't. Leave me the hell alone. Just quit. There. Go on. Leave me alone. Oh, I got a stuffy nose today. Man, it was nice and cool last night. And I went to bed kind of early. Probably about 11, I think. That's early for me anyway. And I got so much crap I gotta do, man. Which means I gotta end this thing at 8 o'clock because I still got them classes to do. I got, I don't know, all kinds of shit. And let alone who knows what, shape Dad is in until he wakes up. I'm just tired, I think, you know what I mean? But a vacation would be nice, I am not gonna lie. What month is this? June? It's June already. How was your weekend, fellas? Do anything worth talking about? I didn't. I got to mow too. I forgot about that. I never did finish mowing the other day. Yeah, ain't that cool, man? No sweating. Where I'm getting when this after I think that's the first thing I'm going to do today is mow the yard. I don't care if it's got dew on it or what. It's got to be done first. Hopefully before Dad gets up and about. And even if he does, it's not going to matter. He's just going to have to play by the rules today. I'm all right still in you, man. It's just, I don't know. It's been a bummer month, that's for sure. Or a bummer few weeks, I guess, not a whole month. Yeah, oh man! And then I was trying to log into my bank account to see how much money we had. I kept evidently I was putting the wrong password in. Now it's locked, so I couldn't go get no Red Bull today until after 9 when the credit union opens. So I can, because it's a small credit union, so it's not like you can call 1-800 number, and you know what I mean. So I got to wait until 9 o'clock in the morning or 9 o'clock today to call them and get it unlocked. I have no idea. Evidently, I changed it and don't remember. But I have it written down, or actually, I got it stored in my phone in a place, and I kept the one in the phone. Evidently, ain't right now, and you're gonna have to deal with the TV noise because Mom's up. She said she's been up most of the night, but at least Pop's crashed. Oh. I gotta go get some stuff. I don't know. I keep my finger covered, and this is like all padding right here. My finger is actually about right there, and that way, if I bump it, it don't hurt too bad. But they had this. They gave me this stuff, almost like gauze, a real thin gauze pad, and it's got this. And it's this yellow stuff, and you cut it to the size, and you put it on. It's like an antibiotic thing. While I'm out of it now, so I think I need to let this get some air. I don't know. Yeah, actually, I'm going with the Mountain Dew. What do you want, little man? Are you gonna go out or what? If it was daytime, I could just open the door and leave it open, but I can't until the sun comes up because the bugs will come in. Remember? I went fishing one night, actually, and it was June bugs, and Mom evidently had let little guy out, and when she let him back in, she left the sliding door open about that far, and there were hundreds, a couple hundred probably, June bugs in my house. I actually found one yesterday dead. It's been, what, a month ago probably? And then I never thought, why didn't I just get the vacuum and vacuum them up? You know what I mean? I picked each one of them up one at a time. What you want, buddy, huh? People go out. Come on. Here. You play on my sympathy, don't you? You abuse the fact that I'm a nice guy. That's what you do. I'm going to open this door enough for you to get in and out. And then I'm just going to have to live with the bugs that come in and out of my house because I'm a nice guy. Okay, I caved. Hey, Jamaica, good to see you, man. I haven't seen you in a while, buddy. How you been? And who else did I miss coming in? Fishing for Whiskers. Good morning, Fishing for Whiskers. Is that who Rhonda is, dog? Fishing for Whiskers, is that Rhonda? I don't know anybody's name. You know me. Oh, man, yesterday morning, I got up and I looked out the back door and there was a rabbit sitting right by the deck. Right at the end of the step. And I opened the door about that far and it's like, hey, Bunny, get out of here. Go on before the dog sees you. And he just sat there and looked at me. So I opened the door a little bit wider to yell at him to get out of here. And little dog come flying out the door, and off they went. I was like, oh, man, this ain't good. And, okay, Rhonda, I'm sorry I didn't know your name, honey. I appreciate it. And so I get some shoes on and go out looking for him. I go out and walk around the garage out that way, around the field and stuff where he took off running. And I'm hollering for him. And it's like 6:30 in the morning, probably on a Sunday. And I finally said, oh, man, to hell with it. I'll just go back in the house. And I come walking around the garage, and there he sit on the porch looking at me like, where you at, man? I didn't catch him. I'm like, yeah, I know you didn't. He's fast. But little guy's pretty quick, actually. Where you going, dude? Are you seriously? That's seriously? Okay. Oh, sorry, Max. I'll be right back. I gotta give Max a second little thing of breakfast. Come on, Max. We'll get you some breakfast, buddy. Hold on. There you go. I know. Come on, buddy. Get off. Another day in paradise, right? There you go, buddy. There you go, man. Enjoy. What are you doing, huh? Come on, get up here and sit with me. Come on. Come and say hi to everybody. Come on, get up here. Come on, you can do it. Hold on, I got you, buddy. Oh, old Grumblehead. Oh, he's a cheapy guy. Ouch. Huh? What do you think? You're a good boy today, huh? Hey, good morning, Mark. Good to see you, buddy. Hadn't seen you in a while. What do you think, huh? You okay today? Yeah, good boy. You're a good boy today, huh? Hey. There. You ready to get down now, huh? Is that what you want? Huh? Go on. No, you'd rather sit up here and bother me, wouldn't you? Huh? That's all right. How you been, Mark, man? It's good to see you, buddy. I know, he's a good boy. He's a good boy. What are you doing? Where are you going, huh? Oh, I didn't mean to. Ain't you just all mad, ain't you, huh? All right, you bite my hand. Bite my hand. Hold on. Good morning, Jody girl. Jody girl.
Good morning.
Time of day. Good morning. How are you today?
I'm doing great.
Pardon?
I'm doing great.
Awesome. I'm so glad to hear that. Are you speeding?
No,
Okay, good.
just a little bit. Faster than the car in front of me.
Yeah, we call that a rabbit.
Yeah.
I'm froze up. They're still in you, I think. No, it looks like I'm working. You headed to work?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Run just a little bit late. That's okay.
Yeah, it's better late than getting a speeding ticket and losing your driver's license.
Yep.
Getting one of them can only drive to work kind of license. All right, Mark.
Yeah.
Fishing.
I got pulled Thursday night.
Did you really?
Yeah. I was taking James to the hospital.
Oh,
I was just doing 67 and a 55.
yeah.
I wasn't just flying.
Yeah. He let you slide though?
Yeah.
I've been like, dude,
State trooper.
I said, won't you get in front of me and lead me there since you ain't got nothing else to do but pull me over?
He's like, would you let me call an ambulance? I said, It's 10 more minutes down the road. It'd be an hour for an ambulance got here and got him on a thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I don't want you to call an ambulance. I want you to let me go.
I just said, I want you to lead me with your lights on, and we'll get there in 7 minutes instead of 10.
Yeah. I told him, I said, it ain't like I'm driving like a fool. I just got up to 67.
Yeah.
That's not driving reckless.
Oh, is it?
No, it's a great big road. I mean,
Yeah. Knowing cops today, he just said, well, I'll just follow you and write you a ticket when we get there.
good luck.
Yeah.
If I was going to get a ticket, I would have just went and earned it then.
Yep. You call it. Mark wants to know if you caught any fish in the new boat yet.
No.
No, no, really. Well, it's nobody's catching anything right now, are they? No, I
I
mean, no,
had bites, but I didn't hook up.
yeah. I
I
mean,
only went out in it an hour one time and then Friday night for
yeah,
like 3 hours.
yeah. I know. I've been watching some lives, and I ain't seen nobody's really catching hardly anything right now.
I honestly didn't go anywhere that was good fishing.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just went somewhere first time I went just trying to learn the boat
Mm-hmm.
and it was horrible. When I got back to the ramp, there's like 100 boats there waiting to
Ah,
launch.
I hate
Boats
when.
everywhere.
Oh man, I hate that. I
It was
usually.
a 2 lane ramp, and the one side of the room. When I got there, these people was on one of the side of the ramp, and they wouldn't even get their kids off the ramp for you to launch. They just left them out there swimming on it,
Oh, I remember
and
you
they
was
was
talking about that. Yeah, I'd have just backed down the
yeah.
ramp.
We had to. We had no choice. They didn't care, and I'm like, you crazy. But then they was on the dock throwing over top of us a football to other people on the ramp. I mean, you couldn't even use the dock. There's so many people on it.
So, Mark, you've been catching fish. You just wasn't live doing it. I understand. You can't. I'm telling you, I can't catch fish when I'm live. I don't catch
Is that
many anyway.
NJ?
No, it's Mark catfish and crappie.
Oh, hello,
I
tadpole.
can't. I don't. It's not like I get to go out much anyway right now. So, morning, Cindy. It's good to see you. She's the last person I talked to before I went to bed last night. Lots of walleye, really, man. I want to eat some walleye so bad. I think she called you cane pole or something, Mark.
Tadpole.
Tadpole. Oh, okay, yeah, tadpole, like a baby frog. You know, Rhonda, we had it here. I know for sure. Indiana had it this weekend. I'm almost positive. Maybe it's almost like a nationwide thing or something this weekend, this past weekend, because they had it here. I think it was. I think it was this weekend. And then my church had a motorcycle ride-in rally thing Saturday, and I couldn't go to it. But I haven't got plates on the Harley or nothing yet, anyway. So I don't know. We've been too busy for that recently. Because this weekend, Pop was just a real pain in the ass, man. He fell once, hit his head on the side table to the chair, right? And it didn't hurt him, but scared the shit out of all of us. And we get him up. Well, he keeps trying to get up. I'm like, Pop, you don't understand. You can't get up. You keep falling. Well, I haven't fell. What are you talking about? And he doesn't remember falling. So then he wants to get up and, walk around the house or whatever with his walker. And it's weird because his legs just literally, they just instantly, and he just drops. There's no, oh, it hurts or anything. They just go out. So I called him one time or he would have fell twice. And I'm talking major, major frustrating this weekend. Really? And I bet they didn't go live so nobody knows where that honey hole is. Really? That's cool. I mean, well, it's more money for the state if the more people fish. Which I don't mind paying for a fishing license because it goes to help maintain the places where you fish in theory. So I'm okay with that. Um, yeah, I'm not greatly okay with it. I'd rather there not be a tax, but if there's going to be one, that's all right. Where you going the 21st, dog? Yeah, Mark, I went fishing with the brothers over in Ohio, and we fished all night. And I'm not doing it again ever. It's too hard on me. Well, that and I had to drive home afterwards, which was about 3 hours. And Honey Hole Lake, there you go. Yeah, yeah. I can't. I mean, I'll go in the evening and fish till 1 in the morning or 2 in the morning or so, but that's it. And now you guys get to hear Dragnet. Sorry, can't help it. Mom's up. I like the old Dragnets though. Yeah, exactly. You, Mark. I'm with you, Mark. In fact, my guy that owns Bluegill Lakes texted me a few times just last week and asked me why I ain't been out. And he's been a friend of my dad's since the 50s, 60s. And I told him, I said, I just can't get away right now. Yeah, exactly, Mark. Yeah, I used to, 2 summers ago, it was real hot, and I would get up. I'd leave at like, I don't know, 3:30 in the morning and get there at 4 or 4:30 or so, and fish till the sun came up over the trees and it warmed up, started getting hot, and I was out, and I was good with that. Oh, are you really? Cool. Yeah, exactly. Hold on, I got a dog whining. What's the matter, Chip? Come here, honey. What's the matter? Come on, Julia. You got to go potty, honey. Yeah. Yes, you can have a treat when you come back in, okay? You go. Come on, let's go potty. You got to go potty, Julia. Come on, honey. Let's go. That's a good girl. There's one a good dog in your house that you're going, honey. Nice and cool out there today, isn't it, buddy? You're going to lay down out there? I would. Man, my big dog sheds so bad. I've never had a dog shed like that in my whole life. And I can't keep up with it right now. So there's dog hair on shit all over the place, but it is what it is. Hey, Dale, morning, buddy.
He's got 3 dogs in the house, and he used to have a lot of dog hair. He got one of them. They went in the Roomba. It was an off-brand, maybe a Shark or something.
Yeah.
One of them little vacuums that go around operating themselves.
Yeah.
And you would not believe how clean it keeps the house.
Huh.
It's amazing how clean it takes. There's hardly any dog hair at all anymore.
No kidding. Well, Tilly, she said, I mean, I'm talking, you can run your hand down her back right now and come out and have hands full of hair.
Yeah.
I take her out on the porch and brush her, but she's not a big fan of that. But I was going to shave her this year, but, like I got somebody to take her to do that or anything. So I'll just deal with it. And when she quits shedding here in a little bit, I'll just move everything and vacuum underneath everything, move all the furniture around. You know what I mean? Because it's unbelievable. I mean, like I said, I've never had a dog that shedded like this ever.
I couldn't believe the difference that made. It makes me want one of them.
Yep, no way.
You never have to sweep again.
Yeah. Stealing, you said the magnet fisher found a safe with 100,000 cash in it. You know, I think my mom
Wow.
said something about that actually, and I hate to say it, but I'm telling you, if I find that, they ain't nobody gonna know about it. Nobody's gonna know because I'm taking that money and keeping it, and I'm hiding it and spending it a little at a time, like paying bills and shit. Hey, Mark, did you hear about the tanker up on Superior that hit something in the water and was taking on water Saturday and Sunday? It's like an iron ore tanker boat, big one, and they're still investigating it, trying to figure out what exactly it is that hit. Yeah, Mark, that's how like mine is. It wouldn't be able to get around the house anywhere with all the crap we got. Oh, I'm coming. Hold on, I go get you a treat. Hold on. I know just honey. I'm coming. Come on. I know it's not your fault. You shed like a sheep.
But James has hardwood floors. Probably the reason it goes good on his.
There. Go on, feed dog. There you go, buddy. She's such a good dog, though. She's sweet. There ain't a bad bone in her body, so I just put up with it. She's a good one. Exactly, dog. Nobody's gonna know I found that money. I don't even know if I'd tell my son or anybody. But that's what gets me. People always, oh, I turn that in. No, I'm not turning it in. You can call me bad, whatever you want to do. I don't care. Yeah, I got.
Finders keepers.
Yeah, and there's a good chance if it was lost, that much money lost, it was gotten by ill means anyway. So it's not good money anyway. But it was probably drug money or something. So it's like I can remember back in the the late '70s and early '80s when all the coke and stuff was flowing into Miami like water, and people would find bales of weed or kilos of coke or something. Nah, I ain't telling no one. My brother was a biker. He knew some people. I'm pretty sure I could get rid of that through. You know what I mean? Yeah, I seen that still. And yeah, the cops they could keep it. That's rare too, though. Oh, it looks like it's gonna be nice here today, Mark. What are you doing, huh? What are you doing up under my? Are you a good boy now? You go fired up, huh? Did you go poopy? You did, didn't you? I heard you running around down there. I heard you running through there. You go, boy. Well, you want to go back to bed? Nope. Sorry, it's your fault. I'm up. Had you not woke me up at 4:45, we would still be in there sleeping right now. Yes, we would. I didn't set no alarms this morning. Hey, John, morning, buddy. But man, I tell you what, the wind was real bad here though. But except for the wind, the temperature wise, it would have been great fishing. This been about 3 weekends in a row or so that it would have been great fishing. But here's what it is. We it man, them some nice twisty roads right there, Jody. Goodness gracious. See,
That's not even the worst of them.
I had to laugh. My best friend's dad died, and they lived down outside Jamestown, Tennessee, and he just told me what roads to take. He said these are faster. Don't follow Google. You know what I mean? He had me for an hour on this road that was like that, only like you said, a lot. It was all just back and forth. I'm like,
Yeah, we're gonna be almost on that road. I live like 15 minutes from Jamestown, Tennessee.
oh, do you really? His mom lived. They lived down by Clark Range.
Yep.
Yeah, There's a really nice motel south of Jamestown on the highway there. Uh, Little one story, like little, oh, uh,
Yeah.
you probably know what I'm talking about. Really nice place.
Yeah.
Little family
Mhm.
owned place. Yeah, that's where we stayed at. And then I think they had the funeral in Clark Range, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
No fishing for whiskers. What you do is you go and you cash it in a little bit at a time in a casino. You get chips, act like you gamble a little bit, and then cash your chips back in. That is how you launder a little bit of money at a time. Just in case y'all ever need to do that, that's a good way to do it. I know they got cameras and everything, but if you do a little bit here and a little bit there, it's not. Bates Motel, yeah. Yeah. No, it's actually a really nice little place.
My daughter teaches right down there about Jamestown.
Fishing for whiskers, I'm telling you, my brother was a biker. I grew up or spent some of my younger years around some less than honorable people, let's say. Huh. Yeah, I was gonna say I wondered how. Yeah, it would have been all wet and yucky. Now, who would throw a safe in the water without their money wrapped in plastic? At least, at
Mhm.
least the drug cartels know how to transport their money so it won't get wet like that. Bum, 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 bum. Oh man, I'm tired.
I am a little.
Yeah,
I'll be all right.
you're right, John. He wasn't a biker. He was a motorcycle enthusiast that happened to belong to a club of other motorcycle enthusiasts. He didn't belong, but he was buddies with them. Really? Now the gun thing, if it's all corroded and yucky and stuff, I'm just throwing it back in. I don't need that hassle. I keep my life simple as I can. You know what I mean? But I mean, think about it. The guy finds the money, and he goes through, has to go through the hassle of the cops coming in, and he's lucky that wherever he lives, the cops were honest, because there are other cops that would have said, "Yeah, that's not your money here," and they would have kept that freaking money. And but I mean, I would have just took that money home, and my whole walk-in closet, whatever, would have been the floor would have been covered with money drying. Did he really found a machine gun? Cool. Now I know a guy that has a Tommy gun. You know, I'm talking about the old style ones with the round magazine and the handle on the front. All right, man, Mark. Good luck, buddy. Tadpole chat. Good luck, man. I'm glad you stopped in and said, "Hey, buddy." I can remember I was in high school and I had an uncle down in Florida, and he was actually was a pro bass fisherman on the side, but he was going on to a tournament and asked me to go by and let his dogs out. And a couple times a day, he had two big Great Danes. I walked in his walk-in closet, and there was a heat bulb screwed in at the top, and the whole floor was covered with weed drying. I don't know if he found it in the water somewhere, or if it was just picked and not dry enough yet, or what. But yeah, it was about probably 6 inches deep, whole full walk-in closet full of weed. Chili Billy, you get up under. You just done that to bother the little dog, didn't you, huh? Yeah, I know what you're doing. Good girl. That's probably why I'll never find any money though, because God knows what I'd do with it. Because I figured he had some weed up on the shelf, and I was gonna get me some, Mark or John. Of course, that's why. And I got some of the weed off the floor. It wasn't any.
Mm.
It was some shit weed. I think he got hooked on it. Well, you sniffing through his glove. Only you would get that one. Hey, dog, I didn't say he was a smart uncle. This was weed already cut. It wasn't. You know what I mean? It was like it came in a bell, maybe, and it was wet or something. Is what I was figuring. Exactly, John. And like I said, it ended up being shit weed anyway. It wasn't worth anything. We threw away what we got. I don't know what he was doing with it. He was cool though. He's my mom's brother. He was a nom and stuff, so he was different. And he'd hook me up with weed if I needed it, under the premise of "don't ever tell your mother" kind of thing, because she is his older sister. I didn't find it, and he's the kind of guy that wouldn't have hit it. You know what I'm saying, John? It would have been out in the open. He wouldn't care. He had a pawn shop kind of close to downtown Tampa, and I'd go in with him every now and then. I'd stay summer down there. I spent 2 summers down there, freshman and sophomore year in high school, and he'd have the prostitutes come in and give him a hookup while he was there. And I remember one of them was young and fine, man. Oh, really? See, yeah, Dale, I'm telling you, man, perfect time to go fishing right now. Let's see. I see what my high is today. I have no idea. I know it was cool. Like, it got hot yesterday though, in the afternoon time. It's 50. Heck, it's 57 right now. Oh my God, our high is 68. Are you effing kidding me, man? Don't be frustrated, Bug. It's just life, and you have a path to walk. But man, I could be fishing all day today at a temperature like that. Are you kidding me? 66 is the high. Oh man, I don't care. It sure would be nice. I need to go fishing. I need to just get away by myself for a couple of days. Good morning, Sandy Toes. Having a cold front as well. 91. I couldn't live down there, man. There ain't no way. Yeah, I think Dad's next respite that I'm gonna do something by myself instead of going fishing or whatever with someone. I think I'm just gonna hang out by myself for a while. I like that actually.
It's a little bit hot now to go camping. I know everybody goes camping during the summer, but I hate summer
Oh,
camping.
I do too. I'm with you. I don't like to be hot.
Mm-mm.
Although I got it when I slept in my SUV going to dirt bike races and stuff, I had it hooked up pretty good. I had two O2 cool fans and both of them plugged into like cigarette lighters so they'd run forever.
Mhm.
And I'd have them, hanging from the old clothes hanger thing or whatever, pointing down on me when I was sleeping. But it was hot yesterday out in the sun. I know that. It looks like it's going to be clear today so far. That'd be a real nice clear day in the 60s. I can get all the mowing and weed eating and stuff done. Well, that's my plan anyway, but I'm sure that that'll get disrupted. I mean, the mowing's got to be done. I haven't mowed since Wednesday. Or was it Wednesday when I was supposed to get back, Max? I don't want you coming up here today, buddy. Go on. Okay. There you go. I know you was getting ready to attack. I think it was Wednesday
Do you
when I
have
was
a lot you have to weed eat?
not just around the
You have a
house,
lot.
and it's just like a ranch
Yeah.
house, maybe I don't know how big I don't know how big it is, but then I got a couple trees, nothing major, and because like the garage around it has these flower things that grow up, look like weeds to me, but they have flowers on them. And after they're done, I mow them. John, if Dad's being like he was yesterday, you're 100% right. I won't get nothing done. And if that's the case, my buddy's got a uh, big zero turn mower, and I'll just go and say, man, I need you to come over here and knock this yard out for me this week. But that's probably $1 you're going to lose, John, believe me. For one, it'll get me outside. I'll have my headphones in and I can get a couple hours of no being bothered. And, you know, that's the best part about it. But yeah, I don't weed eat a whole lot. I should have weed eated around the pole where I smashed my finger. That's what I usually do, but I would just try to get close to the pole this time.
Mhm.
And let's say that was a painful lesson. But
What was you doing when you cut your finger?
there's like the electric service comes off the pole and comes down to a pole, and there's a meter base and a breaker box, okay? And then it
Hmm.
goes underground to the house.
Yeah.
And the little part of the handle that adjusts how high the deck goes, okay, is on the
Hmm.
right side. And
On the mower.
yeah, and I was trying to get as close as I could to the telephone pole, and the handle got stuck on the meter box. When you close the lid on the meter box, there's that little tab that sticks out that you put the lock on. Okay,
Yeah.
so the handle got stuck on the meter box, and I reach down and I pull up on it, and I got my foot on the brake thing, right? And I'm reaching down to shift it from forward to reverse. And when I was going from forward to reverse, my foot slipped off the pedal and the lawnmower surged
Yeah.
forward, and that little tab thing cut the end of my finger off.
Wow.
Yeah, and so when it happened, it's like it freaks you out. And I didn't know it cut off. I thought I just smashed it, right? So that's another.
Hmm.
I hold on. I'm letting him out before he barks. Here, come on, whatever it is, go out there and get it. I should just let you go out without your leash and you'd be gone for a while. You going too, Teal? Go on, guys. I can leave that open now. A bird. He was going after a bird. But anyway, when it happens, it hurts really bad, really quick, right? So I jump off the
Hmm.
mower, like I'm doing what I call the F word dance.
Hmm.
And I look down and blood going everywhere. So I always have like a sweat towel with me on my shoulder. I grabbed it and wrapped my finger up and headed in the house. And I'm like, man, damn, this hurts real bad. And I go in, and first thing I do is run water on it, which was a mistake because that hurt 1,000 times worse. And I look at it and I thought I just smashed it. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
after, I don't know, 20 minutes or so, it quit hurting so bad. And I thought, well, hell, I can go out and finish mowing anyway. Just keep it wrapped up. And I do, John, of course. I'm a sick human being. But so I go back out and I'm like, it ain't, it's smashed. And, I'm first thing I think I'm going to go to the hospital. They're not going to do anything about it. Eventually, I'm going to just clean it with stuff. And because I got wound cleaning stuff from, Dad and stuff in there. And so I go back out to mow. And when I look down, there's something white stuck to the little handle thing. Like, what in the heck is that? And I reach down and grab it, and that's the end of the finger that you see on the table.
Yeah.
And I actually took the picture, John, to send it to my son to let him know something happened and what he thought, whether I should go to the hospital or not. That's where the picture comes from, anyway. And when I found that, I was like, man, fuck, I probably should go to the hospital. And that's when I took the picture, texted to my son, said, "Look, man, I smashed my finger. What do you think? Should I go to the hospital? And if so, can you head this way?" And they're about 45 minutes from where I live. So him and his wife jumped in the car and headed over. Because I mean, what was I going to do? I couldn't leave.
Mm-hmm.
No, I can only give you 4 3/4. That's right. But yeah, I mean, I had to have somebody come here to hang out with Dad and Mom while I was gone. And man, 2.5 hours. That's all I was in the ER. It was unbelievable. Usually it's like a 10-hour thing if you go to the ER here. And
Yeah.
I laughed because I had my hand wrapped up. I had to get another towel. The other one was kind of saturated. And so I go into the desk at the ER and I got my hand wrapped up and it's not too bloody or anything then. And I can help you. I said, yeah, I cut the end of I smashed the end of my finger off. And you did? Well, how bad is it? I said, you want to see? And the lady's like, no. They take my name and everything. Instead of telling me to go sit down, they took me right around and in, and I was in there, they come in, they took an x-ray. I have no idea why. It's just the end of a finger, but they did probably just so they could bill you more. But the doctor lady was real cool. And she comes in and she looks at it and I said, I'm going to tell you right now, I've seen wounds cleaned before. And if you're going to clean that, you're going to numb it first. She was like, oh, yeah. She said, but I'm going to warn you ahead of time, the numbing stuff burns. I said, I don't care. I've seen wounds cleaned, and it ain't no fun. And so she puts a shot in there, and we're talking. I told her, hey, I can't have any pain medication. I'm a recovering opioid addict. I said, I can't have any of that stuff. And she said, oh, okay. She said, well, I'm going to put a lot of numbing in here to try and numb it for as long as I can. She said, hopefully you'll get 9 or 10 hours out of that. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, you're right, Cindy, I suppose. What would they have done, though? You see what I mean? Even if it was shattered, there wasn't nothing they could do with it unless cut it off below the shattered part. But she numbs it up real good, and they clean it. And yeah, I think it's a world record to be in and out of the ER in 2.5 hours here anyway. Because like with Dad, if something happens, he needs to go to the ER or something, I don't ever drive him. I call an ambulance for the sole fact we don't have to sit in the ER for nothing. They take him right in then. But then the first time taking the bandage stuff off was pretty interesting because I hadn't really got a good look at it. And it actually, I think the nail is going to come back because most of the stuff was peeled off underneath where the nail would be. So the nail bed is actually partly there still. Hey, Sandy Toes, if you go to my community page, I posted a picture for Cindy last night. If you want to see what we're talking about. The hamburger helper guy. I almost had that last night, actually. Except I didn't know it. I thought I was buying a twin. You can buy them in the twin pack thing. But it was actually just an extra large hamburger helper where you use 1.5 pounds instead of just a pound of hamburger. Well, I didn't have 1.5 pounds thawed. I only had 1 pound thawed out.
I have to get some gas. Be right back.
But I don't think every morning with you guys. Today we do the same thing. And I know it's just to try and get treats twice. Oh man, I know what to do. And the only reason I give you treats now is because I don't look in the bar and wake nobody up. Oh, guys. You know what, Dad? You got boogie eyes. Hold on. You know we can't have no boogie eyes in this house. And by the grace of God, I haven't
Howdy.
yet.
I need 20 and gas.
Home number.
Mm, yeah. Thanks.
And grab me a bag of chili cheese Fritos too.
Not in this store. They did have slush puppies though, but I didn't get one.
Oh, really, Sandy Toes? Is that your daughter? Now, my stepson smashed his off like that, lifting weights in football. And that's why I wasn't really going to go to the hospital. What they do. But when I looked, the little latch thing is kind of rusty, and I haven't had a tetanus shot, and I don't know when. And so that's what convinced me to go. Actually, my son was like, "Man, dude, you need a tetanus shot if you ain't." He said, "When's the last time you had one?" And I'm like, "God, I don't know, 20 years ago, maybe." But it sure makes it a little harder to pick a guy up that falls down when you only got a hand and a half to use. Yeah, right, John. About 3.5, 4 gallons. It cost me $25 to fill up my gas can for my lawnmower. So if I mow 3 times a month, that's almost $75 a month in gas just for the lawnmower. Oh, she done it way worse than me. Oh, she was only 4. And I'll be honest with you, it hasn't hurt that bad. I mean, nothing the leave hadn't taken care of. Yeah, but as it starts to go back and one of these days I'll take a picture of the top of it and you can see that the nail bed is actually mostly there. It just kind of pulled the nail off, I guess. I don't know. All I know, you talk about hurt real quick. It started to hurt real quick, like instantaneous. And for about 10 minutes, it hurt bad enough that, oh, you know what I mean? Bad enough that you'd almost pass out just from the pain factor. And like I said, I was doing the F dance, the F word dance, walking in circles around in the yard.
I bet you was.
I was more mad at myself, to be honest with you. You know, I was like, "Are you effing kidding me?" Because I had never thought about what happens if I get hurt and have to go to the hospital. You know, in the scenario with mom and dad. You know what I mean? I was like, I had no idea. You know, so then I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do about that,
Mhm.
all at the same time. And I should go to my family doctor and say, "Man, you know what? You need to give me some Valium." Yeah, the F me dance exactly because I wasn't happy with myself, John. You're right, man. I was pissed at myself. Oh, really? That's cool. I want some faulty pain receptors, believe me. You all heard of Travis Pastrana, right? You know what I'm talking about? The
No.
He's the dirt bike X Games guy that do flips on dirt bike and stuff and been hurt a million times, a lot of times. He set like
I
some
bet
world.
I, I bet
You
I saw him on Ridiculousness.
you might have, but he doesn't feel pain.
Hmm.
And I forget, he also has night terrors, but there's something about he doesn't feel pain as bad as the average person does. Nitro Circus guy, there you go, John. I remember him from winning the 125 National Motocross Championship before he became famous. I mean, he went from factory Suzuki to the X Games and stuff, and made a wise financial decision in doing what he done because he's known worldwide now, as opposed to just being known in the dirt bike world. But yeah, he's been hurt. I don't know how many times. I'm talking major, major hurt where like they had to go in because his liver had shifted and something, from a crash and things like that. Mhm. Oh man. Da, 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 da. It's freaking Monday. And I'm gonna have to just I figure see I used to do when had to do my classes, I would go get a hotel and stay, for a couple of days by myself with my laptop and just knock them all out. With that way I'd have no distractions or anything. Yeah, yeah, he got Evil Knievel hurt plus. Yeah. He actually uh redone Evil Knievel's fountain jump, but he was smart enough not to use a Sportster. I mean, I give Evil Knievel credit. He had balls, but he didn't have much in the brain department. Because there were even, I mean, I understand the America made thing and stuff like that, but preservation of life might take precedence over that. If you notice, his son didn't jump a Harley. I'll tell you what impresses me, man, is I see these guys riding wheelies on full dressed Harleys riding wheelies. I'm like, yeah, that. I mean, I'm sure the motors are built to the hilt, but geez, I couldn't imagine popping a wheelie on my Sportster. Yeah, I know it's a Sportster, John. It's a girl's bike. I don't care. I'm short. I can't touch the ground, and I like it. I enjoy riding it, and that's all that matters. Yeah, hold my beer and nail it exactly. Hey, y'all, watch this. And we never went to the hospital back then. We just dealt with it. I know, but I know, Sandy. Right, like I said, if you Google uh, Harley Davidson Willies or whatever, they're like a traveling group of guys. They go to Sturgis and stuff, and they do stunts on full dressed Harleys. It's amazing. But I'm sure they're geared low, and the motors are built, cammed, and everything to make them where they got a lot of low end torque to get the front end up. But still, you got to get the front end up and ride that darn thing. What pronoun am I using while I'm riding? The FU pronoun or the why are you watching me ride from the porch pronoun? I don't care. John, you know me. I don't care what other people think. I used to have people. They would be like, one guy had a Triumph or something. We were in high school, and he talked smack. So he could. Oh, I rode dirt bikes forever. Huh, come on, man, we'll go riding. And he had a dirt bike too. We took him down to a place where we go dirt bike riding at. You'd pull out of the truck and you'd drop down this hill, and it went maybe 150 feet or so, and then hit the bottom and turned left. We never seen him after the first drop down the hill. He was stuck down there for about 3 or 4 hours after we went and rode the whole trail and come back to the truck. Then we finally went down and got him out. So I thought you could ride a dirt bike. They used to have this guy named, his name was Doug DeMocus, the Willie King, and he could ride an entire motocross track on the rear wheel with motorcycle. And the thing was, he would go to the national motocross races and bet the owner of the track $1,000 that he could ride around the whole track. But he was smart. He had a small engine thing of some kind, an electrical motor that kept the front wheel spinning while he had it up in the air. And he was amazing. He would ride the most amazing part was when he would go up the jumps and down the back side of the jump with the front wheel still in the air. Yep, Doug DeMocus, the Willie King. And if you've never rode a Willie on a motorcycle, it is a lot of fun to do, that's for sure. In fact, it's probably my favorite thing to do riding dirt bikes is popping Willies. They're fun. Nothing like these guys you see on the highway, ride them forever, whatever. I've never been that good. I can't find that perfect balance spot. Exactly, John. That front wheel spinning, exactly. That was the key to being able to do what he done. That, and he had a back sprocket about that big around. The thing would literally probably idle up a cliff. It was geared so low. But it was still pretty cool to see. He stopped and drank a beer with us at it was actually a national in Florida. What's the name of that place? It's kind of over in the Tampa Clearwater area. I think it starts with an S. Heck now, but I can't remember. There used to be a motocross track over there in the '80s. We went and watched the nationals. I could go in there and turn the TV down, but about the time I do, she'll wake back up because I guarantee she's laying in there sleeping. But you always get, oh no, I'm just laying here with my eyes closed because I can't see it anyway. Oh yeah, yeah, John, I know what you're talking about. Very cool. Yep. Yep, I know exactly. I can even picture it in my mind, man. Yep. Damn, Jody, that sure is a long way you guys to drive to work.
I've only got about 10 more minutes.
I'd leave the day before and sleep in my truck if I had to drive. I would.
I
I'd have,
usually come home Sunday night, but I didn't last night.
yeah, yeah. I see. I'd have me a cot in the back of my truck with a nice soft pad on it, sleeping bag and a pillow, and I'd leave Sunday night and get there and crash. That's a good one, John. It is a really pretty drive down there, that's for sure. And you're on the road now, I think that I was talking about.
We're almost to the road you're on.
Yeah, the real twisty one.
This one's twisty too, but this just is just like yours was.
Yeah.
This is 27, Old Highway
Okay.
27.
Yep. Yep. I can't remember the number, but we got.
52.
It might have been we turned off of a 4-lane road onto this darn
Yep.
highway, went through this mountain, and let's just say going home we didn't go that way. There was a more direct route that was 4 lanes. He's just messing with me, I'm pretty sure.
Right here. You turn
Yep.
left and that takes you to Jamestown, 52.
Yep. Yep. There you go. That's it. Yep. And that thing goes around a mountain or something, and it was pretty gnarly.
Yep.
In fact, he come about halfway through it, and I didn't know it was him, but he had drove back up there waiting on us to come, and then he got behind us on that road and was tailgating me, and I didn't know it was him. And I was flipping him off out the window, thinking it was just some guy tailgating me through them curves. Till we finally
Yeah.
got to a place, and I pulled over, and he pulled over, and I told my buddy, I said, "Get ready, dude. We may have to shoot someone today." And ended up, he got out of his truck laughing. No kidding, John Deadman Curve. You should get a picture of where Jody was just driving and hang it on that sign and say, "No, this is Dead Man's Curve." We got a Dead Man's Curve over here by where I go bluegill fishing at, and it actually comes. You're going straight, and it comes down a hill and turns real sharp. And it's got a 10-mile-an-hour sign instead of a 25-mile-an-hour sign. No kidding. It's grim. It's a bend in the road. Yeah, Florida's cool as far as roads go, man. The roads are always pretty decent, and like you said, they're straight. Set the cruise and go, man. Yeah. What time is it?
This
Another hour.
is the road I live on.
Oh,
You
is it?
turn right here. That's I live on. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Another hour and a half. I'm firing the lawnmower up. Well, shit. I can't do that because I got to mow in the front, and Dad's sitting in the recliner right by the front window, so that ain't gonna work. Hey, Chris. Good morning, buddy. It's nice to see you, man. How you been? All right? I haven't seen you in a while. It must still be kind of early because we don't have very many people. Yeah, 6 o'clock. That's why. It's amazing how I'm even cognizant today because I haven't had any Red Bull because I'm an idiot and locked my bank account up. Oh, no rail. Ooh, yeah, those are. Yeah, I don't like the no rail ones for sure. Oh man, no kidding, John. I hate when you get a belt separation like that. Good morning, D. Yeah, it's always great to see you. Yeah, I knew what you meant, Sandy. Yeah, the shark turn sounded way bad because you got a turn no rail in the ocean and it's a place where sharks live. Yep. Yesterday afternoon, after messing with Dad all day, and I'd almost reached the end, man. It was close. I had to go out and sit on the back deck for a little bit. Morning, Stonefly. Good to see you. Fonzie, you jumped at you. Darn right. Jumping the shark. Which, had he never done that, we would not have the wonderful way of explaining when the TV series has went too far. Mm. I need to take this band-aid off. See, I don't know. I should probably let this thing air for an hour or so every day, I would think. I don't know. But it's a pain in the ass to wrap it back up. I know that. Thank God I got all kinds of gauze and stuff that the hospice people left here for Dad when I forget what it was he had, but they left a whole bunch of gauze and stuff here. Ah, yeah, I was stuck to it that time. That's not good. That's what I figured. Oh, shoot. We're going to kill the camera for a little bit, guys. I got some cleaning to do, so to speak. And it's not going to be fun. I knew it felt funny. Damn gauze was stuck. Ah. Ah, don't touch it. In a goat's butt, if I had a goat around, I'd try that. It's actually healing up pretty good. And it doesn't hurt too bad now, it just kind of aches. You know what I mean? And it's starting to itch, which is a good thing. Yeah, I'm going to get a nail back on that, I think. In fact, I think it may grow back pretty good. Bending that knuckle right there ain't no fun. Won't help the goat. What about one of them wild hogs over there by you? Maybe that'll work. Yeah, I got to figure out what to put on it now, but I ain't gonna stick on there because I'm out of that stuff. But I talked to Dad's nurse yesterday, and she said she'll see if they didn't have some, and she'd bring me some. Old racing game, yep. Oh, foggy in the mountains this morning. You must be down in the lower end, down in the bottom of the valley.
Me,
Yeah,
I just climbed to the top.
it's still
I was in
foggy.
the bottom.
Yeah, looks
Yeah,
all.
I'm at a higher elevation now.
Yeah, it looks real foggy. Ah,
It is a little foggy.
cha 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 cha.
But guess who's at work? La la
Jody,
la.
Jody made it to work today.
Yep. Y'all
Mm,
have a good day.
little
Buggy,
late.
thanks for letting me ride along, keep me awake.
Oh
But I
no,
had to pull her to go to sleep.
I appreciate you coming up. It helps.
Yeah. And everybody have a wonderful Monday. Everybody be safe. And I tis here.
All right, Jody. We'll see you later.
All right. Bye.
Morning, Uncle Lou. I like how you think, John. It'll keep me from licking my lips. Let's see. I got this wound cleaner stuff, and I'm telling you, I don't understand. It has alcohol in it. Now, who on earth puts alcohol in a wound cleaning thing? Do you know what happens when you put alcohol on something that's hurt? Ah, that's what happens. It burns like a bitch. Come on, Chris. Ah. Mm. Okay, I think I'm going to let that stay out in the air for a little bit. But we have to be extremely careful not to do the bump it thing. Hmm. Yeah, Cindy, I was thinking he probably at least had tried these before he would suggest them, wouldn't you think? I sold some grass to the guy in the parking lot. Mhm. Ah, yeah. Uh huh. Uh huh. I need some finger condoms. Don't they make like rubber things that kind of like condoms that you roll over your finger? That's what I need. Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. That hurts really bad. Mm. Mm. Okay, that's good enough for now. We'll just let it air out for a little bit. Get this pin. Oh, it would, wouldn't it? Good call, man. Never thought of that. I was just going to use it while I mowed. But the piece of gauze I put on there is thick enough that there ain't no dirt getting to it. You know, Chris, I actually did. I sprayed some on my little dish towel thing and made like a puddle, and then I rolled it around in it, to be honest with you. It hurts, but at least it gets it down in the crevices and stuff. And I figure that small amount of pain is better than losing a finger to gangrene or something of that nature. Yeah, please, please, please stop burning. Cool. Yeah, I'm going to get at least half a fingernail back out of it, I think. Well, I would say maybe the finger next to the little finger, John. Oh, Chris, I was telling him a little bit ago. There's uh there's an 8x8 pole that comes off the power line, comes off the power pole, and there's an 8x8 pole there with a breaker box and a meter base on it. Then that goes underground to the garage and to the house also. And I was mowing, and the handle on the side that raises and lowers the deck, you know what I'm talking about? Well, it sticks out a little bit, evidently. And I was trying to mow close to that pole, and that handle got stuck on the meter box. And you know the little tab at the bottom of the box you put the lock on? Well, I reached down and pulled up on the handle to kind of try and relieve, you know, a little bit of the pressure against the box, and then I was going to back up off of it. And when I was reaching down to shift from forward to backward to reverse, my foot slipped off the pedal and it lurched forward. And the little tab thing on the bottom there, that's where the little piece you see laying on the table, that's what happened. It cut it off right there. And the only reason I took that picture actually was because it happened, and I was telling him earlier, I went in the house and rinsed it off and stuff, and I had it wrapped up in a towel, and it actually stopped hurting as bad as it did when it first happened. And I was like, well, I'll just go out and keep mowing then and finish mowing. And when I walked out there, I found that little piece of my finger stuck to the handle. And that's when I decided it may be a little bit more serious than I thought. And I laid it down, took that picture, sent it to my son, and told him, I think I probably need to go to the hospital. Can you and Kat head this way to stay with Mom and them? Because at first, and I'm not BSing, I was going back out to finish mowing. Because I had a stepson who smashed the end of his finger like that lifting weights in football in high school. And I went, you know, I took him to the ER and everything, and I seen what they done for him, you know what I mean? So I figured, well, hell, I got enough medical stuff here for Dad from the nurses that I could do the same thing myself. Only difference being I wouldn't be able to numb it. And so when my son seen the pic, because he's never had any injuries or anything in life, so he doesn't, you know what I mean? I raced dirt bikes, you know, I freaking don't know how many times I blew my knee out racing and finished a 2 hour race, and then went to the doctor the next day. The ortho, hell, they knew me by name at the orthopedic place, and so I actually looked, and I'm not BSing. I was going out to finish mowing until I seen the finger thing, and I'm not gonna lie, it freaked me out because it's not very often you see one of your body parts stuck to the handle of your lawnmower. And my son made the comment, which was right. I hadn't had a tetanus shot in God knows how long. You know what I mean? And that little tab was rusty. We can fix it. My dad's got an awesome set of tools. He's a TV repairman, dude. We can fix it, man. I promise. Jeff Spicoli, baby. Isn't it our time, Mr. Hand? Me and John sit here and bust out movie quotes that only me and him get because we're older than most people. Yeah. 100%, man. Oh, shoot. Yeah, it don't look that bad now, actually. Yeah, it does. Who am I kidding? Yeah, Sandy. I would go turn it down, but I'll get the. Well, I was just laying there with my eyes closed. I was listening to it. Hmm. In fact, I'm going to go in there and turn it down and see what happens. I'm tired of hearing it myself. Oh, it's a beautiful sunrise this morning. Nice. That's better. Now she'll wake up here in a little bit and say, I wasn't asleep. Yeah, I think he may have been hitting it too, dude. Barney's a hustler, you can tell. Yeah, everybody's crashed. Oh, man. I actually didn't want to get out of bed this morning. Not because I was tired, but because I knew it would start my day. And if it's anything like yesterday, I'll probably end up committed tonight. Yeah, you're right, man. I gotta say. So, of everyone in here, how many are working today and how many are not working today? You don't count, John. I knew D was working still. He just working. It looks like Lieutenant Dan and not Forrest. That's very possible. There you go. Uncle Lou's taking the day off. I like that. I like how you think. Yep, it's a holiday for me too. Even though I don't really get any days off. Let's put a little Neosporin on that today. Neosporin's good stuff. Mm. It puts the lotion on its hand, or it gets the hose again. I'll be right back. Well, shoot. Oh, shoot. I had some non-stick galls, not galls, but pad things. And I can't find them. Stop calibrating and listen. Oh, well. Wonder where Eric is today. I don't think he goes to work till 6:30, does he? I don't know what time it is. Let's see. Oh, I think it's 6:41. Hey, morning, Nubby. How are you, buddy? Well, now I don't know what I'm going to do because I don't have any more of those non-stick pad things. I do got a first aid kit that I got from the school. I'll go get it and see if there's anything in it I can use, I reckon. I'll be right back. And I really need to run the vacuum and suck up dog hair. That's the go-to look, huh? Let's see what we got in this thing. I doubt it got what I need, but we might get lucky. We don't want gauze. We want something that says non-stick. Yep, everything looks like it has gauze, man. Gauze compress, antiseptic towelettes. Yeah, we don't want to use those. Those will hurt. I wonder if a regular bandage just cut the. No, they didn't, Sandy. Not at all. Actually, they told me to do a follow up with ortho. And I'm like, I'm not going to go to the orthopedic people for a freaking smush finger. There is no way. Spray paint on it. I got some of that actually. Don't give a guy like me stupid ideas that I would probably end up trying. So the only thing I can think of is I can't think of anything actually. Besides maybe I got some strip band-aids that are pretty good size and maybe just cut the pad out of them and put it on there. Those don't stick. That's what we'll do. Some of them good old-fashioned Rexall band-aids. That's what we'll do. I'd give anything for a Red Bull right now. Yes, I would. Alrighty then, let's see if this is gonna work. If it's big enough, it's close. Maybe 2 of them would work. Because I just need something to put over it so I can wrap the gauze over it. Because the gauze sticks and it's not any fun. You gotta peel the little freaking hairs out of it. There we go. God damn it. Yeah, that was stupid. Come on now. Cut straight, cut once. There you go. See, that's really, it's not going to be big enough. Dagnabbit. Let's see. How's that going to do? It's going to take 2 of them, though. That works right there. No, no, no. No, no, no. I would turn the camera on, but y'all don't want to see this, believe me. Take my word for it. If it wasn't attached to me, I wouldn't want to see it neither. See if we put that one like this, and maybe run one over the other way. That might work. They're non-stick at least. You know what? Wait. I wonder if it's a bandage compress. Maybe that's a non-stick. Let's open it up and see what we got there. Hey, Nubby, I may have to borrow your name. No, I can be Stubby. That's right. Not Nubby. I'm Stubby. Let's see what's in this. It's a big old bandage, like compressed bandage you wrap around it. But I would assume it's made to go on a wound. Let's see if we can salvage the actual bandage part out of it. Let's read this here. Once it says sterile unless package has been opened or damaged. Yeah, whatever. Huh. Let's see what we got underneath here. Oh, shoot. Yep. Can't put that back on there. That figures. This is a pain in my ass. That's what it is. Ah. Yep, I got that going for me, don't I, still? You know what we got here? You know, I think that would work. That's non-stick, I'm pretty sure. Looks like it anyway. Because if it's made to go over a big wound, let's salvage this out here. We can probably get 4 or 5 cleanings with this bad boy. Keep it sterile, Bug. Don't be letting it touch stuff, you knucklehead. Yep, if this sticks, I'll know it was a really stupid idea this afternoon. That's all I can figure. Yeah, they were throwing these first aid kits away at the school one time. Oh, half century, I'm cleaning my finger and putting a wrap on it so if I bump it, it don't hurt. And I was out of non-stick pad things that they gave me, so I'm improvising from a first aid kit with a big 4-inch uh, wound wrap thing or whatever. I'm still in the part that you would put over the wound. I'm stealing out of it to put on my finger. We already went through the cleaning process, which was a whole lot of fun. Because for some reason, my DermaCleanse wound cleaner, when you read the ingredients, has water, sodium chloride, alcohol, zinc something. But the part that caught my attention was the alcohol part, because I know you shouldn't put alcohol. Well, it doesn't hurt it, but it hurts if you put alcohol on a wound. Woodpecker's out today. I heard just heard him. I think that'll work. And maybe if I put enough Neosporin on it, it won't stick. Let's get our gauze bandage ready. Is that one going to be long enough? Yeah, it should be, I reckon. Let's see. Fold it in half. Like so. There we go. Like so. And I'll be back up here in about 5 minutes, I think. Let me get this wrapped up a little bit. And we'll be good to go. It's all good. What happened was, and put some Neosporin on the non-stick pad and hope we just keep enough on there to keep it non-stuck until this afternoon. So we're going to go big on the Neosporin on this bad boy. Yeah, buddy. There you go. That's what we're talking about right there. Heck yeah. Heck yeah, bud. Hey, y'all, watch this. Yep. I thought I folded the end of the tape over so I wouldn't have to look for the end, and I guess I didn't. What happened was, what's up, Viking? How are you, buddy? Seen you on live the other night. Was that your pop with you, was it? Let's see here. There we go. There we go. That's a nice long piece of tape. There. Now fold the end over so you ain't got to look for it next time, dummy. Man, it is so. Oh no, don't be rolling in clouds. We don't need no clouds. We don't need no sticky clouds. Okay, so it puts the lotion on its skin or it gets the hose again. There we go. That's got a bunch of Neosporin on it. Like so. And then we're going to take the gauze and put it around it like so and hope it don't stick to it. There we go. Fold that under like that. Ah, that hurts like a motherfucker. Are you kidding me? This ain't easy doing it one-handed. I know that. Come on now, don't be that way. Mm, mm, mm. Come on. You're not cooperating today, Mr. Band-Aid thing. Times like these are when you actually wish you were still married. And that's about the only time. Mm. Mm, 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 mm. Hi, I'm Payne. Welcome to my house. That's what I always used to say when I raced dirt bikes. You was getting ready to crash. You had that few seconds that you knew you was getting ready to go to Payne's house, and you were going to stay a while. There, that'll help keep it in place. Hopefully, this. I hope I'm not doing something stupid right now. I really do. Oh well, fuck it. It's not going to kill you if it's wrong, dude. Just buck up a little bit and get it done. Hmm. Ah, yeah, that's better. Okay, I'm good now. We got the calls wrap started. And we make a big old ball on the end there just so we don't bump it. And if we do, it don't hurt so bad. Like so. Heck yeah, look at you, man. You're good to go now. Okay, I can turn my cam back on. It's all covered up. And there we go. I gotta open the new Gauze thing though. Hey Don, how are you, buddy? Good to see you. Good job this weekend with your boys. You all found a little honey hole there. I didn't watch the whole thing, I just watched a little bit at the beginning, and you guys were catching fish right off the get go. Yeah, I don't think I need any more galls on there. See, that ought to work. Probably ought to put a piece of tape over that end, though. Let's see what we got here. There we go. Ah, you teacher, don't do this lesson. Yeah. This is how not to apply band-aids over a wound. Do not do anything you see me do on the screen because I am not a professional. Hold on, Viking. I just seen you, brother. There we go. Mm, turn it down, buddy. We got- Hey, dude, you got an echo? I say we're ready to go mow now. Good idea on the 4-inch gauze wrap thing. Because, see, I got all these for the rest of the time. It's non-stick things. So and that's all the amount I need. So I got plenty now for the next day or two. I think Dad's nurse comes tomorrow. She said she's going to bring me some stuff.
The echo go away now?
Yeah, you're good. Yep. Perfect.
I had to hook up my Bluetooth headset.
Yeah, no worries.
I told you I'd show you the tank. I'd come
Oh,
on
yeah,
here
yeah.
and show
Hold
you.
on. I forgot all about that. Let me put you on solo, brother. Hold on.
Hopefully, it's been clouding up again. Been clouded up again. I'm struggling, man. Water changes, man.
Yeah, John, I got enough gauze around that if I bump it, I'm going to have to bump it real darn hard before I'm going to feel it in the end of that finger. You know what I'm saying? Gauze is cheap, pain sucks.
I don't know what's going on with it, why it's clouding up, but
Oh, cool.
there's with all the plants now.
Yeah,
All
where
the
you get the
actual
wood
plants.
and stuff at? And the rocks, you get them at the pet store or the aquarium store place?
No, I get my own driftwood and treat it.
Oh, okay. How do you treat it?
I bake it, boil it.
Okay, that's what I was wondering if you boil it or something like that to kill anything that could be in it. Very cool. Very,
One
very
minute, I'll show
cool.
you the I'll show you the 75 I just set up. It's going through a cycle right now. It's not ready for fish. There's a 75.
Oh, cool. Man, that's a big tank.
Mm-hmm.
There's some cool driftwood stuff too.
I found that in the creek. I gotta put about another inch of sand in it. And then, well, that one started clouding up when I added more sand to it. So the other one.
Yeah, I imagine they do until it filters through. Dog, the handyman, ready to paint.
And then
Mm-hmm.
you got my little Inler tank. There's my little Inler tank.
Oh, that's cool.
That's just for breeding Inlers.
What are inlers? Them little guppies swimming around there.
They're like a smaller species of guppy.
Oh, okay, cool.
And so let me kill these lights real quick. They're not supposed to be on yet. What's my
How
floating
tall is
plants?
that windmill? Hey, dog, how tall is that windmill you're talking about? There we go.
Let's do the oldest tank in the house, which is a tiny tank.
Hey, dog, it's cool when you do better than you thought you was going to, isn't it? And put some around the very bottom so it don't pull off. And I had one come off driving down the road the other day, Friday, I think it was.
There's one of my older tanks. That's one of my guppy tanks.
Oh, that's cool. Those are guppies?
Yeah.
Oh, really? I didn't know that big.
They're a specific species of guppy. They're pink tuxedos.
Pink tuxedos. Yeah, I didn't know guppies got that big. That's cool. I only seen the little bitty ones, you know.
And then the wife's tank, but I ain't gonna cut her light on yet.
Gay old time. John knows about the Flintstones having a gay old time, doesn't he? Oh, that's cool, John. Or dog, I mean, I'm sorry. John got me all flustered today with his excellent jokes. Come on, man. Dagnabbit, don't stick together. Nothing. I hate when tape sticks. You got to start all over again now with the tape, not the gauze. Okay, Sandy. See you, honey. Have a good day tomorrow. Since it's nighttime there already. Since you already had to live through your Monday, didn't you? That's cool. It's like time traveling almost. Let's try this again. We'll have a gay. Oh, I'm over it. I'm over it. Over it. Over it. Man, let's see. There we go. Extra salt.
I'm gonna have to break down and put on my planted tank. I'm gonna put a UV sterilizer on it, clear that freaking algae up again.
Okay, like an ultraviolet. I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, it kills all the algae in the water column.
Yep.
That's what keeps clouding up. I keep having algae blooms. It's right across from my window,
Oh, yeah.
so it keeps having algae blooms. That, and I'm using, instead of using an actual aquarium light, I use a shop light on that tank.
Yeah.
It grows the plants, but it's too high. Like, it's too much light.
Yeah. Yeah.
The plants haven't grown in enough to fight the algae.
Yeah, my son was telling me about that too. That because he was making one. Let's see here. There we go. Just do it like this, bud. Get it over with.
I told you I had a lot of plants coming in for that tank.
Yeah, a whole lot actually.
Oh yeah,
Scissors close to the hand are bad for me. There we go. I'm good. Time to see what it did to Michael J. Yep, sure did, didn't it? Now that you mention it.
How's that finger feeling today?
You know, it ain't too bad actually. Pain wise, I've been lucky to be honest with you. But I have not bumped it on anything yet because, as John said, I put too much gauze on the top. But as you see, you can tap it and it doesn't hurt anything. Not my first time experiencing open wound pain. Because I remember when my stepson had it, dude. If you bump the end of that, you'll cry. I don't care how bad you think you are, you're gonna cry. You may not cry, but there's tears are gonna come out of your eyeballs. And it'll remind you of when it first happened, and you don't ever want to revisit that. But it should be good. I put a bunch of Neosporin on there. We'll see if my stuff I got out of the first aid kit sticks to it or not. If it sticks, it'll be like, man, that was a stupid idea. But if it don't stick, I'll be like, heck yeah, there's probably 3 boxes in there of those 4-inch pads, and they come with like the big gauze like wrapped because you wrap it around some. The whole thing's about 4 feet long. Get a goat, get a goat, get a goat. I need about 10 goats right now to cut that lawn out there.
I'll make sure I grab everything before I walk out the door.
Chadwick. Good morning, Chadwick. I'm so glad to see you today on a Monday. Makes my day better. Sorta. I'm kidding you, buddy. Good to see you. Hey, I seen a good commercial on your company the other day, man. I didn't know they'd done all the stuff they did. I thought they just shipped stuff. It was really it may have been like a little infomercial type spot or something. I can't remember, but yeah, it was about automation and things like that. I think it was pretty impressive.
I hope one of my kids didn't lock my keys in my car.
I hate when that happens. But see, I always keep a spare key in my billfold. Always.
They
Or
don't have it. I
yep.
thought Hunter had locked the keys in the car.
And the reason I always keep a spare key in my billfold, we went snow skiing up in Michigan one time, and it probably snowed 10 inches while we was up there. And my uncle lost the keys to the motorhome on the slope somewhere. And I remember my dad saying, "Well, don't you have a spare in your billfold?" Like everyone did, and so I never forgot. Every time I get a car, I put the spare. If it's one of them, it's got like a big plastic end or whatever. Then I just have to get one of those hide a magnet jobby things and do the best I can. But if it's a regular key, it goes in my billfold because I used to be real bad about locking my keys in the car. Hey, Dave, morning. Where my the Buick, it won't let you lock the keys in the car. If the keys are in the ignition and you hit the lock button, it pops right back up. And the way I know this is I had no idea why in the hell why it kept popping up because I thought I'd put the keys in my pocket. They were still in the ignition. So it saved me from locking the keys in the car. But I'm like, man, what's going on here? But that's the only vehicle I've ever had that you can actually turn the seatbelt dinger down where you can't even hear it. Discharge instructions. What to do next. You need to schedule the following appointments. Team Health Ortho Referral. I'm not going to an orthopedic surgeon for my finger. That is a waste of money. Open finger fracture. You have broken finger fracture with a nearby cut, puncture, or heat scrape. This causes pain, swelling, and bruising because the open injury. You are at risk of infection in the skin and bone. I never thought about the bone. I didn't know bones could get infected.
It's
You will
too
take
bright this morning.
antibiotics to lower the risk of infection. Injury usually takes about 4 weeks to heal. Yeah, right. Finger injuries are often treated with a splint or cast or by taping the injured finger to the next one, buddy taping. This protects the injured finger and holds the bone in position while it heals. I didn't break the bone, we just kind of chipped it on the end, I think. If the fingernail has been severely injured, no, man, my fingernail was awesome. It came off clean. I got a picture of it.
It was in prime condition.
Heck yeah, you could almost super glue it back on there and it'd look like a regular finger again. A new fingernail will usually start to grow back within a month. I don't think I'm going to get a regular fingernail though, because I was looking at it and there's only about like maybe that much of the nail bed left. What in the heck is beeping my phone this early in the morning? We're going to have to do some volume adjustment. I can see already.
You could get a regular fingernail back, buddy. You
Did
got to see how it
well,
heals up.
I thought that, but I was looking. There actually ain't nowhere for it to grow out. You know what I mean? That part's gone.
Oh,
And unless I have some lizard tendencies, I'm not going to regenerate that part, I don't think.
the body and the healing process is a weird freaking thing.
Yeah. Yeah. And the human body is actually an awesome thing if you think about it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We are one of the most complex organisms in the world.
Yeah. The human brain's really awesome. I'm still number one with J Dog. That's always good to know.
Who knows? You might be like a salamander, just regrow the whole finger.
That's what I was gonna say. I may have some lizard DNA or something.
Lizards only regenerate their tails. Some amphibians can regenerate full limbs.
Oh, really, dog?
Regrow bones.
See, I never knew a bone could get infected, and I'm thinking that's a really bad thing if a bone gets infected.
I have a buddy that he's on hospice right now. His skull's infected,
Really?
and there's nothing they can do about it.
I was gonna say, I'll bet there isn't anything they can do with that.
They done cut out a big chunk of his skull. He has to wear a helmet everywhere.
Really, man, that would be horrible.
So I need to go see him this afternoon. Last time I seen him, he wasn't doing too hot.
I was gonna say, sometimes, and it's hard to say, and it's not meant in a bad way, but sometimes it's better off if you can just die. You know what I mean?
That's what he keeps telling me, but it's hard to hear.
Oh, I know. My mom says it all the time. She says, I have no life. I can't see. I can't. There's nothing I do. I can't really do anything. So why should I exist anymore? And I don't have the answer to that. Because
That's about like me.
Morning, Scooter.
I tell him not to talk like that, but I don't have a legit good reason.
Exactly. They're gonna say, well, why? And you don't, like Mom said, this is no way to have to exist. And I can't argue with her. I have no rebuttal to that whatsoever. Only the fact that, it's not time. When the time comes, it'll happen, And then, watch my dad go through what he's going through. And like Mom says, she prays every night that God would take him just because he has no existence whatsoever and his mind's decaying, I don't think we're meant to live this long. I don't want to be that old. I can tell you that. Hey, Benoit, good morning. How are you guys? Good to see you today. Yeah.
Well, if you look at most of the animal kingdom, they're short-lived compared to us.
They only live until their body is no longer capable of sustaining them.
I mean, look at dogs. They live what, 1/10 of our lifespan?
Yep.
So
I've always said if I got to the point where I couldn't ride motorcycles or go fishing or anything like that, there really wouldn't be any point for me to be around any longer.
Which I'm not. Amanda don't like it. If something happens to me, I'm a DNR.
Oh, me too. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. I got to know these people that their son's in a coma and on life support, but they keep him alive. And I'm like, what in the F do you keep that kid alive? There's no reason for that. And I've heard people that have come out of comas, I've heard interviews with them where they can actually hear what's going on. They can't do anything, but I've actually heard people say that they could hear what was going on around them. So if the poor kid's laying there in a coma, but he could hear, just imagine he's probably screaming in his mind, would you guys unplug the damn machine finally? And then someone busted him out and said something along the lines, why is it for the Social Security check or what, which is sick if that's why it is. Yep.
I mean, I want to be remembered for everything I did, not being a vegetable.
Yeah.
I want them to remember me in my days where I'm happy walking around and not sitting in a hospital bed.
Yep.
Suffering and yeah. That's why I'm not a DNR.
I've always said my whole life, the only thing I wanted people to remember me as is to say, yeah, he was a pretty nice guy. That's all I really care about. and I try to
Oh,
live
well,
up
I
to
ain't.
it.
I'm not
Sometimes,
gonna hear that.
yeah.
So, I mean,
Well, I am. That's all I want out of life is when I'm gone. People, if they mention me, say, "Yeah, man, that guy was a pretty nice guy."
I'm a butthole, but I'll give you my shirt off my back if I have to.
Half century, were you in a coma? Were you? Is that what you're saying? It happened to you?
I think I've been in a medical induced coma, but that's because they put me on drugs to put me in a coma.
Yeah. Good morning, Jimmy.
Because I had somebody hit. I was going down Decatur Boulevard over here. I was running about 60 miles an hour. Ninja 250, pouring down rain. Somebody hit the back end of my bike. I hit the ground head first at 60 miles an hour. Busted my helmet.
Key phrase,
And it just,
helmet. Just imagine what would have happened had you not had a helmet on. I'm a big advocate of helmets. I know the average biker thinks I'm a dick for saying that, but I don't care. And I'll
I'm
explain
always in.
why in a second.
I mean, I like my life and I don't like road rash and I don't like a concussion or my head busted wide open. That helmet saved my life. And it wasn't even my fault of what happened. She ran a red light, hit me at 40, and I was going 60, 65.
Now, I will explain to you why it's selfish to not wear a helmet. Okay. And I got this article from the AMA magazine and the American Motorcycle Association. If they say that probably 60% of the people who have a head injury don't die, but then someone is left to take care of them the rest of their life, and that's selfish on your part.
Yeah, because if I wouldn't have had a helmet on, if I wasn't killed in that accident, I'd have been a vegetable.
Exactly, you'd be laying in a nursing home somewhere. Hey, half century, what happened? Were you sick or something, or did you have a bad car wreck or something like that? You were on life support. Yeah, really, about the same time KP was really. Huh. So were you in a medically induced coma? Is that what you said? Let me scroll back up here. It's kind of a morbid conversation for Monday morning, isn't it?
I can't
But
be.
like I said, I had never thought of that aspect of what the article was talking about being selfish for not wearing the helmet, and then if you live, the best outcome then is usually if you die.
I'll show y'all my helmet one day. My dad put it in the shadow box for me and brought it to the hospital the day they woke me up.
Well, when I fractured my eye socket, see, I've always bought good helmets. I don't buy cheap helmets. There are two things in the
Me
world I'll
neither.
never buy cheap: helmets and tires.
It's
Because
like,
when you're on a motorcycle, the only place you have contact with the planet Earth are the tires that you're riding on. And was it one of them ultralight aircraft half century? Good morning, Lisa.
I'm fixing to get a bike from Yak Shore. I'm gonna trade in my trolling motor for
Oh,
a
really?
bike. It's a Suzuki Bandit 1200.
That sounds like something I can't have. My buddy he had a Hayabusa one time, brought it over, let me ride it. He is one of them guys that quit racing dirt bikes and got into road bikes and was trying to convince me that I should do that. And I'm like, no, that's not for me. But I took a ride on this Busa and I took it out the highway. And I'm telling you, dude, I was running 85, almost 90 before I knew it. And I was like, turned around, took it back to the house, handed it. I said, dude, I don't need one of them. There ain't no way. I'd die.
1200 is gonna be the biggest bike I've ever owned. I've had a CRB 1000, but other than that,
Oh, really? A
or
four-place Cessna?
CBR 1000.
A four-place Cessna. What state are you in? But yeah, that Busa talked to me, man. I'm telling you, because if racing dirt bikes, you've got this internal thing about going fast, and
That's
that
me from
yeah,
doing all the enduro stuff.
that bike just screamed go fast. And the thing was, on that bike, because of the nature and the design of the Hayabusa, it didn't feel like I was going fast, unless you were to look straight down and see how fast the earth was moving underneath you, then you're like, oh, this is not good.
Which I've become a lot safer on bikes since I had my rig.
Oh, really? Since
I
you live
don't.
in Ohio, huh? I was just wondering if it was where you were at and whether I would have heard about it on the news. That's. Were you the pilot or were you a passenger in the plane? Because planes are not cheap. Even Cessna planes are not cheap. My my hero dirt bike racer dude, when I was a kid growing up, when he retired from racing, he missed the thrill, and he ended up getting into airplane racing. Oh, I don't know what you call them, but they're like 12-cylinder engines or whatever. And he became sponsored by the company, and I think he ended up being a national champion at it at one time. But he said it was the only thing he found that gave him the same thrill as racing dirt bikes did. Oh, really? So you were the pilot then? Wow. You have
And
a
I've noticed people that used to ride dirt bikes and stuff like that moved to road bikes do not like cruisers because
well.
it's a completely different sit. Like you sit different on a
Depends on how old you get.
bike. Yeah.
Yeah,
See me, I
because
can't stand cruisers because I don't like being laid out on a bike like that. It's uncomfortable for me.
well, you're not. You see, the one thing I always keep in my mind when I'm riding is, am I in a position where someone pulls out in front of me, I can jump up when it hits? Did you really? So you could hear people talking around you when you were in the coma seat? That's what I said. I heard someone else say the same thing. So just imagine if you were a vegetable laying there, but your brain still had function, and you would be laying there for years having to listen to people talk about you. And no way, man, I don't want to be that. And the other part, I don't want to be a burden on nobody. You know what sucks? My kit for my flagpole came in last week, and I was going to dig the hole to mount my flagpole, and I can't do it naturally because I can't do the post hole digger thing.
Well, Buggy, if you wasn't so far away, I'd come dig the hole for your flagpole.
I appreciate that, brother. Yeah, J Dog was in a coma too. He had a seriously bad accident, a work site accident. Half Century J Dog wants to know, if you live just across the river from him, why have you not been down to fish with him yet? If you're within a state of J Dog, brother, you've got to go down and fish with him. It's a good time. Believe me. Yeah, I forgot J Dog. He was in a bad coma and had a serious head injury in a work site accident. Morning, Terry. Oh man, that sucked to wake up and not, imagine did they have you strapped down or anything? Oh, you were trapped in the plane, you mean? Okay, I understand. And I can understand not knowing where you were or whatever, because I was 14 or so and had a dirt bike crash in a race and it knocked me out. And I woke up the next day thinking I was getting ready to go racing and started loading my stuff up or getting it out of the closet and stuff. And my brother's like, "What are you doing?" I said, "Well, I'm going racing today." It's like, dude, you was racing yesterday. It didn't end well. And I often wonder if our brain doesn't do that to protect us. You know what I mean? So you don't have the memory to relive it or whatever. Because I have no memory of the dirt bike crash.
Something
No
about
life
a
support.
bonk on the head that causes that short term memory to go poof.
Yep. Yep. I and then the cumulative effect of hits to the head they don't really know a lot about, and that's what worries me because my memory is so bad right now. And I mean, I've been to the doctor; they've done CT scans and things like that, you know, to see if there was any abnormalities or whatever, and there wasn't. And that's what Mom was. She says, "I worry about you when you get my age." She said, "You're not even going to know your name." I'm like, "Yeah, probably." Well, it's like reading a book or watching a movie. When me and my girlfriend that I was with for about 10 years, when we first got together, we'd been dating maybe a month and a half, 2 months. Well, it was like cold, snowy weekend or whatever. And we watched all of the Lord of the Rings series, you know, back to back to back. And probably 6 or 7 years later, I was like, man, we ought to get the DVDs to Lord of the Rings and watch it. And she's like, I already done that with you once. She wasn't into it like I was, you know what I mean? Oh, so you had a living will and they still had you hooked up. Interesting. Hmm. Do you have any long term effects from that? You know what I mean? As far as, you know, cognitive issues or, you know, mobility type issues or balance issues or anything like that? But I'm bummed about my flagpole thing, man. I was stoked because I got a flag. There's a veteran-owned company that makes flags, and they're not cheap, but they're really thick and well made. It's called the Allegiance Flag Supply Company, and I have one, and I've been wanting to put it up. You know, it's not real thin like the one you go buy at Walmart or whatever. It should last for years. Yeah, that's wild. Had a living will and they still put you on life support.
I'm talking about motorcycles and stuff, and the dude behind me, he's got a naked bike with slide rail or slide rails all down it and shit like that.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
You can tell he's laid a couple over.
Yeah,
The only time you do stuff like that is when you've laid them over before, and it's protect you.
yeah. I remember thinking, you know, like on a dirt bike, for instance, you crash, the plastic's real tough and stuff. You can just cover it with new graphics or whatever. But man, if you crash a street bike or something and scrape it all up,
There it comes.
it's going to cost you out of the pocket to get that stuff fixed.
It's a Hayabusa. You don't have the front. What's it called? That ugly front end on it. I don't like the front end of the Hayabusas. They ugly.
Wow, half century, I'm thinking God's probably got something in store for you, man. If you're still here after that, you know what I mean? There's a reason you're still around. I know some people have their own opinions of that, but that's my opinion. And you know what they say about opinions. Hmm.
We cut to the parking lot. Anyway. That takes forever. I'll get to see where I work today.
Heck yeah, we got to see where Jody works. Get to see where Catfish or Viking works. Heck yeah. I'll be able to know if I ever decide to come visit people, I can find your works. I'll bet it did, man. I'll bet it did. Yeah, it definitely gives you a whole different outlook.
All the concrete trucks.
Yeah.
Oh. Shoot, they only loaded one out today, but it looks like it's going to rain today. It says 0% chance of rain, and the clouds say otherwise.
Yeah, Lisa, you're right, man. When something like that happens, you know, either if something bad happens to you or if you lose a loved one when they're young, like my brother, I think was 30 something when he passed. And it gives you a different outlook on the fact, you know, you probably ought to enjoy life and there's things way more important than working and making money. You know, time with people you love is way more important. I like the saying, you never heard anyone on their deathbed say, boy, I sure wish I'd have worked more.
You ain't never going to hear that out of me.
Me neither, dude. I'm telling you, I'm the laziest human being on the planet.
It's not that I'm lazy. I love spending time with my family and my kids.
Yeah, I'm lazy. I ain't gonna lie. I've always said if
I'm
I could,
always active doing
yeah,
something.
yeah, I used to be when I was younger. I'm with you. I always said if I could figure out how to get someone to pay me to do nothing, I would be a professional nothing doer. But yeah, I mean,
What we
I'm
gonna
the
do, guys?
same. There's always like right now where I'm at. If I didn't have to, for instance, if I was to get up and go out and start mowing now, and I tell mom to just call me on the phone instead of trying to get my attention while I'm mowing, I guarantee you within 10 minutes of the time I'm out there mowing, dad will get up and fall. There's no doubt in my mind. So instead, I have to sit here until he wakes up and I see what kind of condition he's in before I decide whether I can do something outside or not. Yes, half century. I understand that one too. I asked my dad one time, uh, you know, if he believed in God and stuff like that, and he told me he did, and he had had an accident when he was a teenager, and he said he's seen the light and was at the end of the light and remembers telling God or whoever it was that no, I have to go back to take care of mom and my brother because his dad died when he was 14 and he had to quit school and go to work to support them. And this is what back in the 40s, I'd say probably early 50s. And so he says the same thing you just said. I'm not afraid to die at all. And I'm not. I don't want to,
Well,
but I'm not afraid of it.
I'm gonna jump down, buggy.
All
Go
right,
in and
brother.
clock in.
Be safe at work today, man.
Well, go clock in, get my truck fired up.
Heck yeah. Like I said, be safe out there today, man.
Oh well, bro. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Yep, somebody got to feed them darn fish.
Yep. And my reptiles.
Oh, is it? So, okay, half century. And you can tell me, brother, there may be people in there make fun of you, but my dad had no reason to lie to me about that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm with you 100%. You know, I don't know where you go when you get to that point, but you definitely go somewhere. And if that doesn't change your perspective, then No kidding. See, right there in a nursing home, been there since he was 21. I'm like, I would beg someone to come in and shoot me, smother me, whatever. Hey, it's the zipper sniffer. What's up, man? Morning, Brian. Yeah, been in nursing home for 39 years or whatever. Unbelievable. Yeah, and I mean, I don't get it. You know what I mean? I know it sounds cruel, but I would be like, here's what we're going to do. You all unhook the damn feeding tube, and we'll see if I live or not. If I don't live, then it probably means that I wasn't meant to still be alive today. When you reach the point that you're in a vegetative state, there's no coming back usually. I mean, it's usually the end. Man, my neck's cracking today for some reason. I can hear it. I'd go to a chiropractor, but man, I'm scared of them. Anybody go to them? I've heard good things about them. I've actually heard more positive about them than I have negative for sure. Yeah, something's waking up. Ah, yeah, something's waking up this morning on my finger. That sucks too. Mm. And the bad part is I can't do the dishes. Mom puts them in the dishwasher. If I cook dinner, I usually just wash them and put them on the dryer to sit there and dry overnight. You know what I mean? I can't stand dirty dishes in the sink. And I never used to be like that when I was younger, but there's something about it now that drives me nuts. Hmm. 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 Going on 8. I may shut this down at 8 o'clock today. I don't know yet because I got a lot of stuff I got to do. But most of it I can't do till 9. But then I got to run down to the post office too. Fortunately, it's not too far from here, about 4 miles or so. Bum, bum. And Half Century, everyone who's had that happen to them come back changed. You know what I mean? They all come back and have a different perspective. I've seen too many people let money and things like that dominate their existence, and the next thing you know, they're all worked their ass off to make all this money, and now they're going to die and their kids are going to squander it anyway. So you might as well spend it yourself and leave them enough to get by on. Or you could find $100,000 in the safe while you're magnet fishing. And I'd just like to know what kind of magnet it was that pulled a safe up out of the water, because that bad boy had to be stuck uh, in the mud or whatever. Unless it could have been a rocky place too, I suppose. Yeah, it made me see the light. I like it. When I was in my mid-20s out there busting it, trying to make a profession and stuff like that, I never dreamed I'd be where I am right now. Actually, when me and my son lived together in Noblesville in the apartment after my divorce, I seen myself reaching about 58 or 59, 60 at the latest, and uh, working during the summer and taking off in the winters and going, in a camper and go to Baja and spend the winters riding dirt bikes and surfing. That's where I actually figured I'd be at right now. I just hope after Dad's gone, I hope I got at least 10 or 15 years left that I'm healthy enough to do stuff, go fishing and do a little motorcycle, not so much dirt bike riding. I figure those days are pretty much over for me, with some trail riding and stuff, but any serious dirt bike riding is pretty much done. I was 38 when I fractured my eye socket, and that was the last time I raced really hard, actually, because after that happened, it scared me at first, because when I got up and I knew I hit hard, because it kind of knocked me out a little bit, and when I got up, it was like something felt funny, and I closed my left eye because I'd hit on the right side, and everything was black and white. I was like, oh, this is not good. And it only lasted maybe 2 minutes or so, and it went back to normal. But for a few minutes, I was like, oh, this ain't good. And then that was, I don't know, the kids were, I think my oldest had just started high school, and my youngest was still in elementary school. And I was like, dude, you can't, for a $3 trophy, you really shouldn't be out here almost killing yourself. So then I just done it for fun. I would ride, and I had what I called a built-in governor in my brain, that when I reached a certain speed, that if I felt like I was a little bit out of control, that's where I'd back it down, and I wouldn't let myself go faster than that. And you can't race that way, you know what I mean? You can't, because you're not going to beat anybody, because you're slowing down on purpose, and you can't race a dirt bike being afraid of getting hurt. Where things like tearing an ACL and stuff like that was just part of it. You know what I mean? That was just what I considered like collateral damage or whatever. If you're going to race dirt bikes, that's going to happen to you eventually. Or tearing a shoulder up or something, collarbones. I don't know if you ever broke a collarbone or not, but professional dirt bike motocross racers, they go in now if they break their collarbone, and they have a metal plate that is almost the entire length of their collarbone put in, and they will go back to racing within 4 weeks. And the guy just last weekend, I seen they were talking about it on the race this weekend, that he had broke his collarbone in the past and had it plated, and he crashed this time so hard that it bent the plates that had his collarbone inside them. And I'm like, ooh, I would probably have to give it up after that one. Because I seen the x-ray of it, and it looked pretty gnarly. But I used to say it was the only thing that let me know I was alive would be sitting on the starting gate of a dirt bike race, man. Because I would, after 40 years, I was still scared every time I was sitting on the starting gate. Well, there were a couple years after my divorce that I just didn't give a crap about anything, and I wasn't scared, and that was dangerous because I just ride as hard as I could. I didn't give a crap. Bum, 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 bum. I wonder where Eric is today. I hope he's all right. I think he had to go to the doctor last week or something. And I haven't talked to him since last Friday. So if you're listening, Eric, you freaking knucklehead, you better at least put something in the chat and let me know you're all right. I got to research some law today because we were going to cash in mom and dad's life insurance. They each got a $10,000 policy that was bought originally just for burial, you know. Well, they donated their bodies to the IU medical school. So when they die, they're going to go, their bodies will be taken to IU medical school for, you know, medical students or whatever. So there's not going to be a funeral expense anymore. And I was looking at Mama's policy. They started this policy in 2009 at, say, I think it's $104 a month for both of them. And it only pays $10,000 each. I'm thinking that math doesn't add up. But the cash out value, I think Dad's is $5,800, and the cash out on Mom's was only like $3,800 or $3,900 because her being a woman, her policy wasn't as expensive. Damn, 58, back down, Goopy. No wonder. Tastes you funny. Oh, yeah, I forgot my camera wasn't on there. I didn't even know what I was thinking. There we go. Can you see that condensation in the sliding door? It's got like, you know, 2 panes of glass, and the inside developed condensation. And I don't know how much new sliding doors are, but they're probably not too cheap, I don't think. And I suppose I could put them in myself, but I'd still have to buy them. I think if I'd done that, I would go to, you know, like 2 doors where one opens, and then the other one you can flip the latches and open it if you need to get move stuff in and out, as opposed to sliding glass doors. You know, they got like the wood things in them, look like windows or whatever. "24 people and not one person chatting since 7:45. What time is it? 7:53. Okay. Yep. I'll probably shut this down. French doors, thank you, still in you. I knew there was a name for them. I just couldn't think of it. And hell, I'm a real estate appraiser. You'd think I would know that. But I got software that tells me that stuff. I don't have to know it. I sure wish I could appraise more right now. I miss it. Well, actually, the only thing I miss is the really good checks that would come from the lenders. That's the part I miss. I wondered where Rustick's at. I wonder if he's okay. I think, didn't he? I don't know if he had to go to the doctor or something. I just remembered that. I have to text him later and see if he's all right. No Red Bull today, man. Only Mountain Dew. But mainly because I freaking messed up the password on my bank account and I locked my bank account, so I can't do nothing until 9 o'clock. And you can count on the fact that 9:10 I shall be standing at the counter with a Red Bull in my hand. I think I have a problem. Hi, my name is Brian and I'm a Red Bull addict. Hi, Brian. 8205, how are you? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know Half Century. Neither smoking or half the crap I do, so I don't care. Oh, shoot. I forgot. I got to take my medicine. I'll be right back. I just happened to look over and see my antibiotics that I got to take 3 times a day, and I think I only took twice yesterday. Oh, come on, man. Dagnabbit. There we go. Couldn't get the bottle open. And then I got to go get my other medicine out of my dresser. I'm just going to lay that on there so I don't have to open it again. My little thing that's, that says like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday or whatever, it's empty. So Sunday must have been the last day. I got to fill it up. All right, Jeff, did you catch anything, man? Heck yeah, dog. Look at you, you overachiever. What's this one? Oh, okay. That must have just came in the mail then. Hmm. I must have missed a little bit there. Let's see. Da, 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 da. Maybe not. I'm just an airhead. There we go. All right, I'm caught up. I know most of the catfishing I seen this weekend looked pretty slow. Which, where I live, it's always slow, so it doesn't really matter. I just don't have a good catfishing spot around here. I mean, I do if I could drive, an hour north of here. I got a pretty good place I could go, but I better go get another Mountain Dew. Exactly, dude. Overachieving now, and I like how you think, dog. I'm telling you. What was I just thinking? Oh yeah. There we go. Little guy crashed under the desk, are you, buddy? Yeah, since I don't eat right, I better drink some Ensure. There we go. I know Rustic and them had a pretty fun live Saturday night. Yeah, they make them little Ensure bottles perfect. You can just chug the whole thing. Okay. There we go. Mountain Dew, that cool, refreshing drink. Mountain Dew. It's good no matter what others think. Mountain Dew. And yes, I know Mountain Dew will kill me too, so it ranks right up there with Red Bull. Yeah. Mom decided she's gonna put Dad in a nursing home, and I think it's probably the right thing to do. Also, it's not an easy thing to come to the conclusion of, but he's getting to the point now where the dementia part makes it really hard, to handle him sometimes. And so I figure it's about the right time. Wasn't my plan all along, but sometimes you have to admit when someone else is right. One, two. 1, 2. Yeah, I take my little pill box thing where it has like Monday through or Sunday through Saturday and has AM and PM. Well, I just make it because I don't take them in the PM, so I make it like the last 2 weeks because I hate doing this. Because then it lets me know how fast 2 weeks went by and I didn't get anything accomplished. Okay, what we got here? Yep, this one feels like it's almost empty. Gonna have to send a request via the VA online ordering thing. Which I'm pissed at the VA, man. I'm gonna have to make a trip in there because I had a physical, a month or two ago, almost. Well, okay, let's say a month, I guess, a little over a month, but they're supposed to make me an appointment to see the surgeon about my hernia, and I haven't heard anything back from them, and that's really unusual. Usually it works pretty good, but so I called and left a message, and I sent an email to the people. And if I don't hear from someone today, then I'm just going to show up there Monday or Tuesday morning. Hey, what the heck's going on? Do you have an appointment? Nope, I'm not here for an appointment. I'm here to have someone tell me why I ain't heard from nobody yet. Because I don't know if anything changed, but it used to be if they can't get you in within 30 days, they send you out into the community. I had that happen with my shoulder surgery a couple years back. They couldn't, get me into the VA doctors in time, so they sent me out to Anderson to the doctors, which doesn't really matter to me one way or the other who does it. I just want to get it done. And I think that's what they're probably going to have to do with my hernia, the way they're acting. But not to be political, but you can tell that the administration's different now, because when there's a Republican administration, the VA seems to run pretty smooth. That could just be my imagination, but I don't think so. Okay, so what's this one? I think we got to send it in. No refills. There should be refills on that. Yeah, big knuckle brains. Oh, what time is it? I forgot. Oh shit, it's after 8. I reckon I'm going to shut this down. And nobody came up to talk or nothing. So evidently, I either pissed everybody off and don't realize it, or people are doing stuff this morning. Either way it goes, I'm getting tired of doing all the talking. I'll do that after I finish doing this, I reckon. Oh, is he on live right now? Cool. All right, let's shut this down. Nice seeing you guys. I forgot NJ goes live on Mondays now at 8 o'clock or something like that. That's cool. Everybody head over there, man. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too still. I like it. All right, see y'all.